So the issue with following gurus is that the mind typically objectifies these figures as some kind of savior, someone who knows all the answers, this perfect mother figure or father figure. But even if the guru is sharing a message like we're all one, there's no separation, what typically ends up happening is that these figures become deified by the mind unconsciously. And then naturally the mind assumes a level that is below the guru. But this perceived hierarchy traps one in the seeking pattern, because if one were to see what the guru sees or become equal to the guru, it would actually feel very unsafe for the mind, because then it no longer has anything to look up to and therefore has to take responsibility for itself. But the mind created the story of unsafe in the first place. It created the questions and the desire to find the answers through words, and then sent you on this journey looking for the answers outside of yourself. And this is very likely why in many traditions, the mind labels it as blasphemous to make oneself equal with God, because if one were to see themselves as the source of all reality, it would completely obliterate thought identification, and the mind would have to be faced with its own limitations and dissolve into this I don't know-ness of the mystery of life. So it calls it blasphemous and makes up this concept and thus keeps it at a lower level, and which just maintains the illusion of separation. So while it can be helpful to benefit from teachers who have experience exploring these topics, they should never be placed at a level that is unequal to you. And it's also important to become aware of the dependence that the mind can form around teachings of any guru, because then that just becomes another belief system rather than a direct inquiry into one's exact experience. The freedom here, that is not a thought, that is not a belief.